Good morning, good morning, good morning, good people. Lighting, 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 lighting. Well, here we are once again. Today is Fri-yay, Fri-yay, October 24th, 2025. It is about 6 o'clock. Here we are in southwestern Nevada, west of Death Valley, east of Sin City. And we are south of Area 51. Righto. Let's see what we got here. Something big is coming in. What is it? I don't know. You tell me. Okay. So our theme of today is It's Fri-yay. Wow. Haven't done that one for a while. Where we just don't have a big message. It's mainly just showing up. Sometimes that's all you have to do is just show up. Just show up. Just get up, get out of bed, put your shoes on. Oops. Put your shoes on and just start moving forward. Just show up. Other times, there's something more poignant. And it's not that we have a bad show today, but we are stressing it's Fri-yay. It's Fri-yay, people. And it's one of those kind of Willie Nelson, everything goes wrong in the morning. So I have to add a little bit of water in here, a little bit of water, baby. Because of my whisker, the electric whisker. Very dangerous to put this in a full cup. See, these are things that usually happen off camera, right? The magic behind the magic. Spilt. This will go down as one for the history books of what actually happens in the background of our clunky junky podcasts. But it's Fri-yay. Let's look at our worksheet for today. What do we got? Advice from an 80-year-old. Do not pray for tasks equal to your powers. Pray for powers equal to your tasks. Pray for powers equal to your tasks. All right. What else we got? Seth's blog. We'll look at that in a second. TED Talk. Okay. So Fri-yay. This is day 5 of week 3. So remember, this week is outside my school-sized kingdom. What I'm trying to do is get other people to help me on my journey, because I can't have a successful journey without the help of other people. Can't do it. Can't do it alone. Don't try to do it alone. You built a big, sturdy, solid ship that can take an adventure. Can't sail it alone. Too big, too hard. have a crew. This is the week of how do we attract our crew? How do we find and attract our crew? This is day 5, Derek Sivers, and he pulls it together in a short 5-minute talk that has a 3-minute video in it that breaks the whole process down that we've learned about this week. If we go back and say, okay, what does that mean? David Logan, join Tribe, nudge forward. The setting. Apparently there's a concert going on. A bunch of people are laying on the grass listening to the concert. One guy who's joined that tribe decides to nudge it forward. He gets up and starts dancing in this crazy way. What he then does is he's out there telling a compelling story. Seth Godin, day 2, step 2, tell a compelling story. And his compelling story is why we should change the status quo. The status quo is we're just laying on the grass listening to music. So he changes the status quo by getting up and dancing in a crazy way. No speaking, he's just out dancing. And it's compelling. And a couple people pop up. One guy pops up, his first follower, and that first follower gets another follower. So now Derek Sivers says the guy goes from being a lone nut, one guy out there dancing in a crazy way, to a leader. And he does step 3, connect with the true believers. So what he's doing is getting the other people who want to change the status quo by dancing to get up and dance. And then he leads them. And what Derek Sivers makes the point of for a good movement, the leader just keeps doing what the leader does. The first followers are the ones who bring in more followers, and those followers bring in more followers, and those followers bring in more followers. So that's the kind of the motivating people, not intimidating people, not threatening people. It's using the positive way. So the TED Talk today pulls together week 3. How do we get new people? It's just totally on point. And that's the way it works. Everybody does it that way. Next. So tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, we will be watching Jerry Maguire, where he doesn't tell a good story, and you can see it the same thing. So this, up till now, week 3 is the most crucial week. When we did week 1, obviously week 1 was the most crucial, critical to understand. It was the foundation. Last week, week 2, inside my skull-sized kingdom, that built upon the foundation. Now it's understanding, how does my brain work from a neuroscience perspective? Neurons, neurotransmitters, reticular activating system, how they work together to help me answer the questions, who am I and why do I behave the way I do? Week 3 now is getting people, getting my crew together. And the next week is going to be, now that the journey is afoot. That's one word. Now that the journey is afoot, we need to not screw up. Not screw up. We need to not screw up. We need to move forward. Right. That's going to be week 4. Okay. So that is this week, our TED Talks. Let's look at what does Seth Godin have to say. On making it worse, if someone with less skill and less dedication than you took over your job, could they degrade the quality of your work? It's not difficult to make a list of 20 things that could be done to make it late, expensive, or defective. Here's the hard question. If someone with more skill and dedication took over your work, how many ways could they make it better? Wow. That's a great way to look at it. The first step in improvement is imagining that it could happen. We're often not under the circumstances. We are the circumstances. P.S. It's not too late to avoid cheap chocolate and not too early to get the free Thanksgiving readout. Oh. Thanksgiving reader. Okay, download the PDF. Doing it now. This is, I think, the third or fourth year in a row, maybe more. Okay, good. Handled. Download. Download PDF. Got it. Wunderbar. And I will hit save. When it tells save, there we go. Thank you once again, Seth Godin. Let's see, what else do we have on our hit parade here? Okay, I think that's it. We'll go with that. But let's go back to it's Fri-yay. Oh, I know what we can do. Today's prayer. Okay, so under our Evangelia Prima, Gospels First, 4-week lesson plan, we are following our thing. We're in week 3 of the 4-week lesson plan. Today is day 5, and we would be studying, contemplating Mark 10:43 to 45. I'll pull up the actual thing. But it's so among you, but whoever wishes to become great among you must be your servant, must be slave to all. For the Son of God not to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. Now, this can be read, to give his life as a ransom for many, could be read to mean, I'm just being a servant to you guys. I'm giving my life to show you how to repent, to save you, to repent, because I'm calling you to repent. Others can mean it as to die for the sins of all people, past, present, and future. Now, it's hard to take many and turn it into everyone, past, present, and future. It doesn't really work. You have to pretend it works. So, for those who believe his sole purpose was to come to die for us, or his main purpose was to die for the sins of man, you will have to use this last part of the sentence, this last phrase of the sentence, last part of the sentence, to mean he came to die for everyone, to forgive the sins of everyone, past, present, and future. Or when you look at the sentence, the whole sentence, it's about how you are supposed to act. And then the last clause would be an example. I'm doing that. I'm doing it because I want to pay for the burdens that you carry. I'm going to ransom those burdens upon myself. I'm going to pay your burdens by sacrificing myself, not my life, but my time for you. If you want to become great, you must be servant. Whoever wishes to be first must be slave to all. That's the ransom. The ransom is to be a slave, to be a servant. Why? so that somebody else benefits. And to give his life, and to give his life a ransom for many. Who are the many? The people I was the servant to, the people I was the slave to. That's the many. Not everybody who was born before me, during my lifetime, after my lifetime, the people who are Christians today, the people who will be Christians tomorrow, the people who are Christians today but will become non-Christians tomorrow. The sentence doesn't talk about any of that. Okay. Anyway, that is our today thing. And this is week 3, love, servanthood, and keeping Jesus' commands. So the idea is to go through Evangelia Prima, and you then have a 4-week process. So by the end, you don't have a relationship with Jesus, as our spiritual director, Father Max, said. You have a friendship with Jesus. And I think at the end of Matthew, Jesus says something like, I don't call you servants anymore. I call you friends. Right. Okay. We've got to be at about time right now. Oh, 16. Okay. So it is Fri-yay. What is the thing to do on Fri-yay? Do we close up the week, get all of the loose threads, bind them together so we can look back and say it was good? Yeah, that's a good idea. Do we reflect on how we did this week in terms of creating better routines, and then repetition. Okay, so that was making me think about yesterday's day. So yesterday's day, we needed to get people to Vegas, but my car only holds 4 people. So I had to round up the 4 people. And part of the commentary was that it wasn't easy. And, people who are productive, my experience, people who are productive, who want to get things done, they have an awareness of the person who's trying to help them. It's not just me. It's not just about me. They have an awareness, so they're outside waiting. Yeah, I can be outside for 5 minutes. Yeah, I can enjoy being outside. No, they're inside, and they're not really waiting. It's like, okay, when he knocks on the door, okay, then I'll do the last minute things I need to do. So I got to make him drive here to pick me up. I got to make him come to the door, or stop the car, get out of the car, come to the door, knock on the door, and then have them wait for me. My experience is that people who want to help other people do their part to help. Okay, you're picking me up. I'm going to be ready. I'm going to be outside waiting for you. I'm going to make it easy for you to get me. I'm going to want to make it so that the next time I want you to help me, you're going to want to do it because I appreciate it. Then the trip to Vegas. I said nothing, just listening, just being there, observing, just being quietly driving the car. And the discussion was 100% of the discussion was either talking about the past or complaining about the present. Just little complaints. Oh, the food there sucks. People are this and that. Where the passengers, the participants, are experts. They know everything. Oh no, that food's bad. This is that. Their opinion isn't an opinion. It's more of a statement of fact. And then they're talking about the past. 0.0 time talking about the future. I'm going to do this. How about this? Well, one day I want to go there. 0.0. 100% of the conversation. This is over 1 hour long. 100% of the conversation was divided between talking about the past and complaining about the present. 0.0 time talking about the future. And where do we live? We live in the future. Right. It's like somebody in the forest. They're thinking about, well, the last time I was in a forest and this other forest and forests suck and there's the blah, 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 blah. Nobody's thinking about where they want to go. They're just walking down this path in the forest, thinking about the past and complaining about the present. It's cold, it's dark, it's this, it's that, the road is uneven. I can't see where it goes. No thinking about the future. Okay, so drive them down there. I'm there for 15 minutes to have a conversation with the powers that be, and then I got to get back to see my friend who's in hospice. And then after a short period of time there, maybe an hour, a good, very good experience. I got to drive back to pick them up. No appreciation, just kind of frustrated that it took me so long to get them. They had to wait for an hour. Now, this isn't the same level of intensity of all of them. And I would say at least one of them was completely indifferent to the wait, which is a compliment. Drive back as fast as possible, weaving through traffic at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, getting here, and one guy says, can you drop me off at this other place instead? This other place that's out of my way. No appreciation, just kind of like, well, I need to do this, it's this and that, and it's all about me. The guy who was indifferent before said, you can just drop me off anywhere here and I will walk, like, meaning the closest point on where I was going would be the corner of Homestead and Mance, is over a mile. So he volunteered, hey, you can just drop me off here. I was like, no, I'm going to go this way and go that way to drop off the other person. And then I had to go here, and instead of continuing here after that guy, now, because stop number 1 said, no, I want to now be stop number 4 somewhere different. Stop number 2 said, hey, I'll make it easy. Just drop me off on the way to 3. So now I'll go the other way. So I went the other way, dropped him off across the street, walked across the street, went the other way to the other place, found that the gate was not locked. Different story, different complaint about that. And the stop number 3 guy says, well, can you take me over here instead? I really need to get over there. Because that actually now saved me time, because where he wanted to go not far from where the stop 1, who became stop 3, wanted to go. But it was now heading back the opposite direction of where I wanted to go. Appreciation, 0.0. Expectation, yeah. There was total expectation that this is how I was going to spend my day. And so I think that falls in line with today's prayer. Mark chapter 10, verse 43 to 45. Now, the key thing is, Jesus doesn't say you have to like it. He doesn't say you have to be happy. He just says you have to do it. Did I do it? Yeah. Was it fun? No. That's the thing about being a servant to other people. That's the point. That's the point. I think that's the point. You have to be a servant. You have to be a slave to other people. You have to do the things you don't want to do, but you don't have to enjoy it. Okay, so we're way over time. And we're going to say and cut and cut.